Okay, so tell me a little bit about what All Aboard is and how it got started.
Okay, well, let's see. All Aboard is a 20-year-old activity center, and we work with adults that have intellectual and developmental disabilities. And so we have all kinds of activities here, like exercise and snack classes and bingo and karaoke and blacklight dancing. And we're open 5 days a week. And it got started 20 years ago with Jean and Marie Rogaway when their son, who had Down syndrome, graduated from high school and he didn't have anything to do. So they pulled together some families and some kids and they went bowling. And then the next week there was a lot more kids and families. The next week it got more. And here we are now, open 5 days a week.
That's cool. That's awesome. So, like, what kinds of services do you provide?
It changes all the time. So on our website, you'll see a schedule, and every day has different activities. So, for example, every Tuesday is karaoke all day long. It's nothing but a giant party here. We dance around a lot. We blacklight dance. Um, we sing everything from rock and roll to country, opera, musicals, different things. And there's always an art class going. On Fridays, we have bingo in the morning and the afternoon, arts classes. We have smoothie classes, which are pretty yummy, and science classes that are rather messy. So every day is something different.
That's cool. Yeah. So
We have
like how,
fun.
yeah, and fun, yeah. Like how are your services, like benefiting people with disabilities? Like what sort of the impact does like your organization have on people with disabilities? Do they feel like more confident, independent? If you could just give me a little bit of insight into that.
Yeah. So when someone comes in for the first time, they might be really nervous and they might be kind of shy. And right away, somebody will become their friend and they'll sit down with them at the table and they'll show them around and they'll introduce them to where everything's at and introduce them to some other friends. And then the more they keep coming back, they get a little more confidence because they learn where everything is and they start getting involved. We have some folks that come in the first time they're here, they get very involved with singing and dancing and arts and crafts. And um, it does build up your self esteem. We've had people come in here who are nonverbal, and a couple months later, they're talking, they're doing different things, and they get really loud. So it just depends. Everyone's on a different path and they find the things that are their favorite things to do. Like one of our participants here, he can put together a 300-piece puzzle so fast. I don't know how he does it. And that is his thing. Everyone will watch him do it. And the rest of us struggle to put together a 24-piece puzzle. But that is his thing. He's good at it. He knows it. And he comes in and he dumps it all out and he gets going. Um, we have others that like to get into the arts and crafts and they'll make some masks that have feathers and glitter and beads and stuff. So everyone does something different. And when you find the things you're really good at, you really come out and you want to you want to share it with friends and see it out in the community. And we have opportunity to sell art and show it to the community. And we just did a talent show. We had a lot of folks singing and acting, and it was open to the public. So we had three performances, and one of them had about I don't know 150 people there. And so we learned sign language and all kinds of fun stuff. So it just we do trips together, activities together out in the community. So it's fun. And the more friends you have around, the more confident you get. You're not so afraid to come out in the world. And I think the pandemic made a lot of people nervous about coming out and getting
Mhm.
involved. And so coming out to our program, they see that it's safe here, and we have four huge air purifiers. And so you don't sneeze and cough here. There's not even allergies here. It cleans the air. It's really nice. Um, and so when you start coming out, you start feeling more safe. Your confidence starts going up again, and then you start going back out in the community. It's taken a while for everyone to get comfortable going out and about,
Yeah.
including me.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, so if I could just like ask, like, how are you guys involved as an organization in the community? What kind of stakeholders do you partner with in your efforts?
Oh, a lot. So our main partners, of course, is the state of Washington, DSHS, Paratransit, DART. Um, we work with the ARC. We work with Willow Place and Warm Beach, Full Life. Um, let's see, Meaningful Day program over at the VOA. So we have a lot of partners that we work with that do similar activities, and we get to go out in the community and do big activities together. We're working on putting together a prom. That's always fun. We've done big things like a hoedown and trips to different places on buses. Our activity center is located in Everett, so we're open 5 days a week, but we also do some trips and things outside. And we've got a lot of stuff in the future that's going to be some big surprises of other activities to do because we really want people to get out and active in their community. It's just going to take a little while for people to feel comfortable again.
Yeah, yeah, I bet. So like if I could just like ask this last question of like how do you guys as an organization help combat, the stigma of disability and sort of the isms involved in that? Because I know there's a lot in our
There's a lot.
society. So I'm wondering, what do you guys do in that regard?
There's only one way to fight stigmatism, and that is going to be um, education. People need to learn what everyone else is like. So by inviting the community to meet us and to see our art and to join us for activities, they learn more about us and they will go out and be our advocates and they'll join us for other things. So we need to welcome them in as our friends. And we do that. We include volunteers and people at our dances. Um, and they come in, they get to know us and then they go out, they help hire people and do volunteer work and everything. We have a lot to offer the community. This is a very robust population of young adults, and we're a big piece of this community, and we should be proud of that.
Yeah, I think education is a really big part of like
It's a
getting
very big.
people getting people to like understand that, people with disabilities are a part of the community. And so it requires a lot of work. Yeah.
Yeah, but when they get to know you, then they're not so worried. And when you don't know about something, you can be scared.
Hmm.
And there's nobody here who's scary. They're a lot of fun. And so I want the public to get to know us and to learn all they can about different abilities. All of us have something to offer, and that's what makes our community so inclusive. But we need to include them in our community too.
Right.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really, really important.
hmm
All
And
right.
things like your podcast, that's going to help educate a lot of people. This
It
is
is.
great.
It is really, really great.
Yeah, I love that you're doing this.
Uh-huh.